Well, leaders of the proposed new political party, the All Democratic Alliance, or ADA, you might even want to call it ADA, have commenced mass mobilization across the country. Joining us now to discuss the emerging political dynamics and controversies surrounding the proposed coalition is Dr. Umar Ardo, the convener, League of Democrats. Glad to have you on Newsnight tonight.
Thank you very much.
Well, as you were listening to El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State there, you seem to be agreeing with almost everything that he had to say. We'll come to that. Let me bring in a point that was made by Hakeem Baba-Ahmed, former aide to President Bola Tinubu, who says, if I can just paraphrase what he says, look, he confirmed that really there are serious, cracks within this coalition. Number one, what exactly is the cause of these cracks? And he also went on to say that, look, it's all because this coalition is a group of politicians who refuse to shift ground for better and competent Nigerians, particularly the youth.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, with all due respect, I think the question is is there really a crack in it? Is Dr. Hakeem actually competent to make this assessment? I don't think so. Because by the time the coalition process started, he was in government. And it would be unnatural for those who are working towards defeating the regime that he was serving as an advisor to the president to maybe make contact and then bring him in the process of the coalition. So it was much later when he left government that he's making this statement. I don't know how far he has spoken to people within the coalition, how far he's read and understood the dynamics for him to pass that judgment. However, I agree with him when he said that there's need for new faces in the process. Right. And surely there are new, probably my face is new, and there are other new faces across in the system. So, but in politics, you need everybody, and especially the recognized political names in the country. So these names, they play a very, I don't know what to use, very delicate roles. On the one hand, they give credence to the process. That is credence in the sense of knowledge, acceptability. People say this guy and that guy and that guy are there. And on the other hand, is this kind of criticism that Dr. Hakeem has met.
Okay, perhaps where you need to give more clarity to those who allege that there are these cracks is, one, we've seen national mobilization for the ADA. There was a statement released on Friday to say that this is what the National Coalition had adopted as a party. Your logo being maize, and of course your slogan, and you're heading to the electoral body for registration. However, today, Monday, which is barely 72 hours after, we are hearing prominent names within the coalition dismiss their involvement in the ADA. The likes of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has spoken through his special assistant, saying that he's not involved in the ADA. We've heard from the OB camp saying they're not involved in the ADA. So then you wonder, who is behind the ADA? If you say there are no cracks, and on the one hand, the coalition says the ADA is the platform we have adopted, it doesn't make a lot of sense to Nigerians that are watching. What is the ADA? Who are those behind it? Is it the platform of the coalition or not?
I think from the interview that I just watched, which we all watched, of Governor Nasiru, it made it very clear. Now, this is it. The coalition, we call it National Opposition Coalition Group, comprises former Vice President Peter Obi, Nasiru, all the big names that are outside government and that are speaking with I think the sole exception is that of Rabiu Konkoso, but all the rest were in that group. Now, the group came up with the decision that, because there are two views. There is a view that let us fuse into an existing political party. Then we came up, and actually I canvassed this argument very forcefully that the best approach to get results is to register a new political party. And they were synthesized, agreed upon, and then, you know, in politics, everybody wants to, you know, satisfy the other. So we said, look, instead of us to now stand on just one position, either to fuse or to register a new one, let both go pari passu. So 2 committees were set up, one for the fusing and one for the new one. Now, the issue is this. For those who are going to fuse, their time is elastic. Anytime they can join and this and do their thing. But for those who want to register, they are time bound. It will reach a date where you cannot pursue that line anymore because of the constitutional, you know, time limits. So within the 2 committees, our committee, with the knowledge that we are time constrained, we work hard. And then we submitted our reports. And the committee, you know, fixed 30th of May to meet. That is the coalition group. 30th of May, there was no meeting. Right. They said after Salah. After Salah, there was no meeting. So our committee got agitated because of the time constraint, and we now push. So met with the chairman. Our chairman met with the chairman of the group, and then that, have you filed? No. We want to file, but the time is going against us. When are we going to do that? Say, okay, you can file so that when we all meet, then we now, that so at least you will.
Has that filing taken place? Because
yes, the filing has taken place on Friday now.
Yeah. I mean, there doesn't seem to be that sense of urgency. And while all of this is going on, it's looking like deja vu. 2014, 2015, it was, look, anything but Jonathan. And now that seems to be what we're hearing again.
No.
Anything but Tinubu.
No.
Now that this coalition is coming together to, you know, wrest power from the Tinubu administration, what exactly is the messaging that Nigerians have not heard before? What is this coalition or alliance telling Nigerians? What message really that Nigerians have not heard before?
This is what it is. When power came to under democracy, the PDP government and so the country started sliding. So people came together in order to rescue the country, to form the APC in the belief and hope that APC will resolve the problem. And then the incumbent was removed. And then APC came, APC failed. So what is going on now is the continuation of this search to get things work.
With the same old people, with the same old faces, with the same faces that Nigerians believe are part of Nigeria's problem.
I just said that there are new faces in this, plenty of new faces. But that I also said that you need everybody in politics.
Indeed. You said that. Right. Very quickly, in 20 seconds, if you can, please. There are accusations already of a 5th columnist of indulging in falsehood and propaganda within the national coalition to unseat the government of the day. How do you respond to that?
No,
because it's sort of put up a front that it's a united front, but we're already having confusion over registration or infusion, and then the 5th columnist allegation.
Well, I don't know about 5th columnists, but the process is on, and that the process is going on very well.
All right. Okay. Dr. Umar Ardo is the convener, League of Democrats. Thank you for joining us on Newsnight.
Thank you very much.